Hey everybody, it's Mike Sullivan of Born to Shine. Today we have a really cool guest. His name is Dr. Ariel Lajara. And yeah, Ariel, thank you, man, for carving out some time with us today.
No, thank you, thank you. It's a pleasure's all mine.
Well, you have a really important position, Ariel, in the district of Philadelphia. I mean, you have a bazillion schools. One of the biggest districts, I think, in the country. And
Yes,
you're one of their top dogs. You're the assistant soup. That's a big deal with a lot of parents and teachers and staff looking up to you for your leadership, your guidance, and your wisdom. And what was your journey like to get there? You've been doing it for 5 years, yeah?
yeah, yeah. So it's been an amazing ride. I've been in the field for 21 years now.
Hmm.
I had the luxury and privilege of starting as a paraprofessional teacher's aide, and through hard work and dedication, moved up to a teacher, dean of students, director of education.
Hmm.
Then I went to assistant principal, and now wrapping up my fifth year and getting ready to start my sixth year as an assistant superintendent.
That's awesome. That's so cool. And Ariel, when you were a kiddo, because now you're the leader, but when you were the kiddo, K through 12, was there anything that you struggled with? So many kids are. I did. I struggled with depression, anxiety, OCD, ADD. Dude, I had A through Z. I was a mess. But just wondering, was there anything that you struggled with as a kid?
Yeah, I definitely had some level of ADHD and super fidgety, needed additional support. But also realized that I wasn't getting challenged to my ability, so
Hmm.
we get easily bored in the classroom.
Hmm.
And I think what I struggled with the most was moving to Philadelphia to do middle school and leaving New York City, where I had family, I had friends,
Hmm.
I had people that looked like me and sound like me, spoke my native tongue. I didn't speak English till I was six.
Hmm.
So I struggled a lot in kindergarten and first grade due to that language deficit. But when I went to Philadelphia, man, just starting brand new and that those pivotal years of life when you're a preteen going into teen. So with challenging communities and not fitting in, and also dealing with some level of identity crisis, just trying to figure out who I am and how do I fit in this different city. So lots of struggles with that, but through the grace of God and my mother, family, close friends, and really some dedicated teachers that I met along the way, I was able to persevere, push through, find my voice, find my identity, and really be able to prosper in life. So I'm super excited and super grateful to the people that came through for me.
Yeah, I love that. That's so cool, Ariel. Like how your mom was always by your side, how God was always by your side. You had some, it sounds like really pivotal or teachers, right? That were like, we got you. We know you're because you mentioned before the podcast, you come from a really beautiful part of the world, from the Dominican Republic, right?
Yes.
So, man, having to learn a whole new culture, a whole new language, just a
Mhm.
whole new way of everything. That I can only imagine how hard that was. So, but I'm grateful you had all those loving people around you to support you, and that's awesome. And if you and I had a magic wand, it's kind of a silly question, but there's actual depth to it. Like if you could do anything you wanted and just dream big, how would you like to see your students supported more with how they fit in and how they feel like that they're important and they matter and they have value and just their mental and emotional well-being? What are some things that you would love to do for the next year?
Yeah, so I'll start with what we're currently doing. So right now, we start the day with 30 minutes of community meeting where S.E.L comes to life, the social emotional learning, also just some level of cultural pedagogy, and really ensuring that students have a voice and are able to articulate their thoughts early in the morning. What I would like to see is character education be placed into the curriculum. Also, conflict resolution, networking, understanding how to infiltrate diverse communities, and things of that nature, just for our students to understand that, hey, you don't only fit in the community you come from, but also any other community, and just really giving people a sense of voice and a sense of pride around the cultures they come from and the diverse backgrounds, and also having some level of also financial education and financial literacy, because I love the K to 12 curriculum, but it misses some of those pieces that really prepare you for life, prepare you to become a productive citizen of your community, and also prepare you for what's coming on after the K to 12 post secondary outcomes. And really just bring it to life that there's so many different pathways after high school that you have to find your fitting, not to fit in a box, not to apply some level of cookie cutter, but understand that you can be successful at anything you put your heart and mind to. And the last thing I'll say is helping people find their why and their purpose
Mm,
a lot earlier than going to college, getting a 4 year degree, and realizing that's probably not what you wanted to do. So
mm,
uh, we have initiated the Zello project, which allows students from third grade to 12 to start formalizing these ideas around what they want to do and what they want to concentrate in.
mm,
And that allows people to really dive deep into their why, their purpose, and things that they want to accomplish in life at an earlier age. And you might not have all the answers then, but if you combine that with character education, conflict resolution, students begin to model those pro-social skills in a manner that it can become infectious throughout their schools, and with the goal of that becoming infectious throughout the entire school district of Philadelphia. So we have some big goals for our students and Network 9, where I work, supporting schools in the Kensington area. Our mantra, our motto is equity through instruction, and
mm.
just ensuring that our instructional facilitation of learning is one that creates access and equity for all students so they can get multiple at bats at different subject matters, but then highlighting what are the transferable skills that can also be applied in the community as we educate the whole child mentally, physically, and socially.
I love it. I love it. That's so cool. And what is really unique about you guys, that third through 12th, where they get to kind of laser focus in on what they love to do and to their concentration. So that's great that you're doing that even before they get to college and have to figure that out. Or like me, you get out of college and then you figure it out. So that's
Yeah.
it's great that you're preparing them well in advance. That's incredible. And if there's anything that's on your heart, Dr. Lahara, if it's words of encouragement maybe for staff or for students or just whatever's on your heart and to share with our viewers, what would you like to share with them?
Man, I like to share that the sky's the limit in this country, and we really want to create the platform where students have mirrors and they can see people that look like them, sound like them, and come from similar backgrounds, gain a level of success, but not only uh, measuring success through a financial standpoint, but really finding joy in the work that you're doing, finding joy in how you support people. I'm a very proud man from the Dominican Republic. I came to this country. I didn't speak the English language. I was able to
Mm,
overcome that barrier. I was on welfare from the day I was born till the age of 22, and overcoming that barrier, being able to go get an education and then come right back to the community that raised me and give back. So just setting that example that it can and will happen, but also connecting with students on an adult level of how to really enhance their network, and understanding that every conversation that they have can possibly lead to a desirable outcome. So never shortchange or limit your experiences with getting to know people, and never be afraid to ask for help. No one can make it on their own. So please continue to reach out to the adults around you and ensure that you have some level of role model or mentor, but importantly, a sponsor, a person that speaks your name in
mm.
a room that your feet have never touched, because that can be the determining factor of how far you can get into life. And that's something I encourage all stakeholders to do, both adults and young people.
That is so cool. And You're a cool dude, you know, as a leader, and you're. I have a feeling a lot of students feel that you're approachable, and if there's some student there, let's say they're in elementary or middle school or high school, and if they're struggling and they want to reach out for help, can they, in addition to their principal or teacher, can they reach out to you if they have something they're struggling with? Is that cool?
Absolutely. That's my pride and joy right there. That's my first love in the education field has always been the students. But now that I support adults, man, the feeling is mutual. I'm all about building capacity to increase teacher effectiveness that translates to student outcomes, and not just the outcomes that are measurable, but those qualitative outcomes around, as well as the joy factor in the classroom, the ability to take risks, the ability to learn something and apply it somewhere else. What really drives me is ensuring that our students are acquiring these 21st century skills and
Mm,
understanding that we're preparing the student body for jobs that don't exist at
mm,
the moment. So we have to be very creative. And what I enjoy the most is seeing those meta moments where students are thinking about their thinking. And then how do they create critical thinkers in the classroom? But more importantly than anything, how do we create independent thinkers so they
mm.
can make decisions about themselves that aligns to themselves and not follow a crowd or follow what's cool right now. Those skills can be embedded in a classroom and can pay huge dividends as our students grow up and become part of the working class in our communities.
I love that. I totally 100% agree for students if it's. And I think sometimes maybe with peer pressure, I fell into that, you know, trying to fit in with the crowd, and I thought I don't really fit in with this crowd, or acting a certain way instead of just focusing on like what you're talking about, the ones that pay huge dividends, like kindness, like
Mhm.
integrity, like sticking up for someone that's maybe getting bullied, or for, you know, helping someone that needs help, maybe carrying their books, or someone has a broken leg and they're struggling to get to class, like doing the things that help others and serve others. And that's awesome. I really appreciate your story, Ariel, and I know a lot of people are going to be inspired by this. And thank you so much for carving out some time, man.
Absolutely, man. I've really enjoyed this. I love talking about the work, but more importantly, I just love talking about people and how they can help, how I can help them elevate higher. Knowing what my why and my purpose is allows me to align myself in multiple avenues of how to support that. And I just want to connect people to resources, um, be a sounding board if need be, ensure that capacity building continues to happen, and then also just ensuring that people live out the life that they want to live and not the one that might be decided for them by a higher power. So just continue to strive, continue to work hard, and know that there's a method to the madness. And as long as you're in a position where you can help people, I know that you're going to feel really good about it.
Love it, love it, Ariel. Thank you so much for your time and all your wisdom and sharing your encouragement.
Absolutely, man. Thank you for the platform, Mike. You're doing a great job.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
You were
Likewise.
born to. You were born